So the next concept that we are going to discuss is in dictionary is dictionary as a set of counters. So exactly what do we mean by that? We'll see. Suppose you are given a string and you want to count how many times each letter appears in that particular string. So there are several ways to count it or to do it. Okay, the first one is you could create 26 variables, one for each letter of the alphabet, that is A B C D to Z. Then you could traverse the string and for each character increment the corresponding counter, probably using a chain condition. So we are going to check each character by character in that particular string. So we are going to create 26 variables to check whether that particular character has appeared in that particular string, and then increment each character if it is appearing more than once. So probably you can use a chain condition. This is one step. Okay, the second method is you could create a list with 26 elements, then you convert each character to a number using a built-in function called. Use the number as an index to the list and increment the appropriate counter. So this is another method. Okay, and the third one you have is you create a dictionary with characters as keys and counters as the corresponding values. Okay, so the first time you see a character, you would add an item to the dictionary. Okay, so after that you would increment the value of a existing item. Okay, this is another method. So let us see how we can use this concept, that is the third concept, which is more convenient than the other two methods in counting the number of characters that are present inside a string. So okay, so here each of these options perform the same computation, but each of these implementation of finding the characters in a given string is in a different way. So an implementation is a way to perform a computation. So what kind of implementation you are going to do in order to count the number of characters in a string, that is important. So which one is the better implementation, that is what you need to see. So for example, an advantage of the dictionary implementation is that we don't have to know ahead of time which letter appears in a string, and we only have to make a room for the letters that do appear. Okay, so here we have a code which will work using a dictionary. So here we have used a word called as engineering. So I have a string called as engineering, and that string I have assigned it to a variable called as word. Okay, in the second line you could see I have created a dictionary called as D. Okay, I have used a variable C, okay, which is going to check whether a character is available inside this dictionary word or no. Okay, so for C in word, okay, whether the character is present in word or no, if there is anything in word or no, that is what we are going to see. If that particular character is present, okay, then what we are going to do is we are going to skip this particular thing and we are going to add a 1 to that particular character. That means it is present. If not, then we'll assign that it is appearing only once. Okay, so here if you see, the for loop traverses the string. Each time the loop, if the character C is not in the dictionary, each time in the loop, if the character C is not in the dictionary, we create a new item with a key C and the initial value 1 is assigned. Why? Because since we have seen this letter only once. Okay, if C is already in the dictionary, we increment that particular dictionary. If C is already present in the dictionary, that means the character which we have come across previously is once again appearing, then we increment that particular character by 1. Okay, so let us demonstrate this particular thing. Okay, I will execute this. When I run this, you can see the character E. Okay, the character E, which is a key, and 3 is a value here. So I have checking each character in a particular word. Word is a word contains a variable, word contains string. What is that string? Engineering. Okay, I am checking each character inside the string. So E, in engineering, E has appeared how many times? 1, 2 and 3. So you can see E, it is showing, has appeared 3 times. N has also appeared 3 times, 1, 2 and 3. G has appeared 2 times. So here you can see G and G has appeared 2 times. I is appearing 2 times and R is appearing 1 time. So let us trace this particular code and see how this particular concept of dictionaries in counting works. Okay, so how do we count the number of characters in a string using a dictionary? This is how we could do it. So let us trace the program. Okay, now first the string engineering is getting assigned to the word. Now the next line is creating a dictionary. I have created a empty dictionary D. Now I enter the next code, that is the for loop. Word is replaced by the string engineering. Okay, now you could see as there are some strings present in the word, we enter inside the for loop body. So the first thing is the if condition. It is checking whether a character C, the first character is E. Okay, C is a variable and which is going to hold the first character E. Okay, so if E is present in D or no, D is what? A dictionary. Yes. Okay, now it's true. Okay, not in D. Yes. So as we have seen it for the first time. Okay, and now I take on to the first character, next character, that is N. So what happens? It will check whether N is not present in D. Yes, as N is not present in D, because this is an empty dictionary. Remember that E is the first element that I have added. Okay, all these characters are appearing for the first time inside a dictionary. We are adding all these elements for the first time in the dictionary. Earlier it was an empty dictionary, so when I read the first character E, I marked an entry in the dictionary for the first time. So here you can see the key is E and the value is 1. Now the next element that I have entered inside the dictionary is N. As N has not been seen previously, so it also is marked as 1. It's not in dictionary. Yes, true. So I will mark it as 1. So N has appeared for the first time. Now the next is G. Is G present in the dictionary? No. G is also not present in the dictionary because there are only 2 items that I have added, that is E and N. So there is no G present. So here what happens? Yes, it returns true and I assign a value 1 to it. So the next character that is appearing is I. So what happens? I will check whether I is present in the dictionary. No. The elements which are present in the dictionary are E has appeared 1 time, N has appeared 1 time and G has appeared 1 time. So there is no character I which has been previously seen. So we mark an entry inside a dictionary. It returns true and we assign a value 1 to it. Okay, now let me take the next character, that is N. Okay, is the character N present inside the string? Yes, the character N is present inside the string. So what will happen? Not in string will return me false. So as N is present inside a dictionary, because we have previously seen N, So what happens? It return false. We go to the else part. Else part में क्या होगा? It will increment the value of n by 2. So here what happens? I am increment the value of n by 1. So n value becomes 2 now. Okay. So n value becomes 2. Now the next character what we are going to see is e. Have we seen e previously? Yes, we have seen previously e. So it will check, yes, e has already appeared, so this condition is going to return me false. I go to the else part, I get increment. I will increment the count of e. Now here you can see the count of e is now 1. After this the count of e becomes 2. Why? Because e has previously appeared, and once again I have encountered e in the string engineering, so the value of e becomes 2 now. 2 means it has appeared twice, and I make an entry in the dictionary. Okay, now I will check the next character e. So as e is already present twice, we have seen it. Once again the condition, if condition returns false, okay, once again I increment the value of e to 3. So e has appeared how many times? 3 times. Which is the next character that is going to come? That is r. Has r been present in the dictionary? No. So this is the first time r has been encountered in the string. So it returns true, and we make an entry in the dictionary by specifying the value as 1. The next character which appears is I. So already we know that I has appeared previously, so this function is going to return me false. I go to the else part, I increment the value of I to 2. Okay, now I value becomes 2. Next character is n. So n has also appeared before inside this dictionary, so this function return me false, and the value of n increments to how much? 3. Okay, so this is how we traverse. And the last character we are going to read is g. Is g present in the dictionary? No. In the dictionary you can see the previous characters that we have come across is e, n, g, I, r. Okay, so yes, g has already appeared, so this function returns false and g value gets incremented to 2. Okay, and then I am going to print the key value pair that is present inside a dictionary. Here you can see e has appeared how many times? 3 times. N has appeared how many times? 3 times. G has appeared how many times? 2 times. I also has appeared 2 times, and R also has appeared 2 times. So this is how we count the number of characters that have appeared inside a string using the dictionary. So this is what the concept of counting in dictionary. Hope you have understood this concept. Thank you.